Good evening. It's just gone past 7. The news summary for this Monday evening. Starting from this Wednesday, the 21st of February, a 6-week operation will commence to demolish a boulder located at Lugnol. This boulder was exposed during the torrential rains on the 6th of December last year and poses a risk to the road and water infrastructure as well as houses in the area. The Disaster Risk Management Division is working in collaboration with the Seychelles Infrastructure Agency and local government to organize the demolition of the boulder, which will stabilize the area and ensure public safety. During the 6 weeks, the Lugnol Road will be closed from 6 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. every day. A temporary clinic has been set up in the area, which is fully equipped with beds, medication, and machinery to treat patients in any case of emergency. The RMD says they are confident the work will be completed by the 3rd of April. However, the work is highly dependent on the weather, which may cause delays.
During the time of these operations, the road will be completely closed from 8 in the morning until 4:30 in the evening from Monday to Sunday. Whilst the operations are ongoing, we have essential emergency response services on standby on the other side and a temporary clinic set up with airlift facilities. There is an alternate access. Part of it is motorable, but the other one is a footpath. And this would ensure that despite that, during the progression of the works being conducted, the roads might be inaccessible. People will still be able to access these areas and their emergencies attended to.
Nicole Isidore has been sentenced to 8 years imprisonment for voluntary manslaughter in the death of Cliff Pillay. Isidore was originally charged with murder and pleaded not guilty. Last week, he was presented with an alternative charge, voluntary manslaughter, and pleaded guilty. As such, defense attorney Alexandra Benoiton proceeded with mitigation this morning, pleading her client's case for as light a sentence as possible due to his mental issues. After considerations, Judge David Esperon deemed that 8 years imprisonment is a fair judgment in this case. Vice President Ahmed Afif led the Seychelles delegation at the 37th ordinary session of the Assembly of the African Union, which was held in Addis Ababa from the 17th to the 18th of February. The session marked the initiation of the African Union's 2024 theme, Educate an African Fit for the 21st Century, Building Resilient Education Systems for Increased Access to Inclusive, Lifelong Quality and Relevant Learning in Africa. Vice President Afif represented President Ramkalawan, Chair of the Africa Island States Climate Commission, in the meeting of the Committee of African Heads of State and Government on Climate Change. During the 2-day summit, Vice President Afif also engaged in several bilateral meetings. The WHO has allocated almost $3 million to the Ministry of Health for the implementation of its health programs and services for the year 2024 and 2025. This is an increase of about $1 million compared to the year 2022 and 2023. The signing for the financial allocation took place this morning between the Minister for Health, Peggy Vidot, and the WHO representative, Dr. Rex Mpazanji. Present at the ceremony were other health leaders, WHO officers, and representatives from Africa CDC. Dr. Mpazanji said allocation of funds to Seychelles depends on several factors.
One key development is the World Health Assembly decision in its last sitting to increase progressively the assessed contribution. This is the money that member states subscribe to WHO. So this has now been increased over a long period of time where it stayed at the same. So the World Health Assembly decided that, and we expect about 20% of this increase to be factored into this biennium. The second one is really riding on the consistent messaging that the government has been making to the international community, asking the international community to favorably look at Seychelles in terms of both concessional funding as well as development assistance. Because although Seychelles may be a high-income country, it has many vulnerabilities. The third factor is simply that last year, as you saw, we managed to more or less treble what we had planned in terms of implementation 3 times, simply because of the COVID pandemic that started years back. The global level, that is at WHO headquarters, they were able to mobilize additional resources and give us that money. So we ended up to have 3 times the money that we had planned in this biennium. And we are hoping that that goodwill of the partners giving WHO at global level will continue, even in the absence of COVID.
Government officials today attended a capacity training session for planning strategies to better prepare for change in systems thinking. The overall aim of the workshop, which is being facilitated by the United Nations, is to increase the country's resilient and inclusive sustainable development. Senior economist for the Ministry of Finance, Mariana Lamonté, says that they hope that this workshop will allow government officials to be better equipped to address challenges and seize opportunities.
A lot of the times we see that a lot of the stakeholders tend to work in silos, and this is a workshop which is basically promoting coordination and collaboration and ensuring that resources are effectively used and allocated efficiently. So after this workshop, following this workshop, we hope that MDAs who have attended the training are now equipped with the tools and the skills to be able to address some of the risks and seize opportunities, and also collaborating with other stakeholders to ensuring that whatever, for example, their alignment with the strategic plan, with the National Development Strategy and Vision 2033, ensuring this alignment is on track, and that whatever challenges that arises within government, there is that need for them to also think beyond the present, think about future and emerging challenges, what's happening on an international scene, and see how this aspect would affect them. Again, a lot of the times we look at challenges based on our functions, based on our own sector, but we fail to realize that whatever policies that we come up with has an impact on another stakeholder. So it's important as well to consider this, and that's what we're trying to promote today.
And with this, we end this news summary. I'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a very pleasant evening.